Hey there, Tony Richardson from Explode Creative. It's 7 AM in the morning, can't get back to sleep, so let's go ahead and draw Emma Stone. So the first thing I kind of do is when I don't really know what the heck I'm doing with a face is I copy the negative space of the face, not including the hairline. And then I modify it from there. So, looking at Emma Stone, she's got some cheeks that kind of are part of her personality. So, I might kind of bring those out a bit. Let's just finish off the hair up the top here. Although I think she's got a bit of a forehead going on, so I'll kind of bring that up. It's looking pretty abstract right now, but we'll just fill it out. Get that neck in. I'll probably use the clothes from over here. I don't know what kind of clothes she always wears. She wears different clothes, so you know, just take your pick. Just try and make that cheek a bit cuter. So the first thing you have to do when you're drawing someone's cheek is you have to figure out at which point the cheek is further out from the face. And for her it seems to be kind of a little ways down from the nose. So if we kind of draw in the nose here as a bit of a guide of where to put things, we can put the cheek in and connect it up with the chin. I really believe that the cheek for the females needs to be connected to the chin without any more complications, because if we go ahead and try and draw the cheek in and then draw like the little indentation or whatever, like there's some jaw bones and stuff there, it just kind of gets more manly and it's a bit weird. So we're drawing cartoon here, so let's connect the cheek up directly to the chin and we'll get a bit more cutesy feel out of it. Okay, so drawing the eyebrows, I suppose let's just go ahead and... She's got some pretty sharp ones that curve up and around. I'd like to change the stroke style of this to this one, because I can see that these eyebrows are thicker when they come down towards the eyes and the outsides are thinner. Problem with this stroke style is that the outside seems to be thicker. By the way I've drawn it, I don't know, maybe it might have worked out for you, but for me I'm going to have to go into stroke, make sure you show options, and there's a little part here where you can flip the profile of the stroke, and so now we've got thick on the inside and thin on the outside, which is exactly what I want. I always maintain that it's pretty cool to have eyebrows that fall off the face. Illustrator's really touchy when it comes to redrawing over lines. I'm not sure. Alright, so let's go ahead and do the eyes. Maybe, yeah, we'll do the eyes anyways. Let's have a look. So she's got some pretty big and wide eyes. So we'll mimic that. I switched down to a smaller stroke just to do the undersides of the eyes if necessary. I only do the undersides of the eyes if there's a lot of eyeliner or whatever it is. Now she's got some pretty serious lash makeup, whatever it's called. So I'm gonna make sure they point upwards because they kind of point upwards on her face. Which gives her that pretty sharp, intelligent look. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to go ahead and skip a beat. Go straight into actually drawing the color of the pupil. Or, well, what is it, the iris? Yeah, that'll be the iris. Because it might actually save me time later on to do this. And it's also cool, it's nice to start out with. It gives you that sort of Zelda Wind Waker look for a second until you actually draw in the pupil. And I'm taking notice of how big her pupil is. I'm probably just taking it from that image. I'm not sure if that image is a particularly good indication. I've done the pupil now, I'm going to want to do some white reflection over that pupil, otherwise it's going to look like an alien. So that's good to do. Alright, so we've got the eyes, they're looking pretty okay. Let's go ahead and do the mouth. I'm going to switch down to a really thin line. Now her mouth kind of meets up at the mid section of her eyes. So let's just mimic that. I'm not sure if the top lip is that important on this one. I might draw that mouth there instead of the closed mouth. Just because a smile is always more flattering. And I'm not really going for a political, ugly caricature here. I'm going for, you know, a cutesy one. I just drew in the bottom of the mouth there. So, the reason I put in 2 lines here, I would never ever do that for a female, but she seems to have them on her face. Like, she's got these 2 laugh lines, which is pretty cool. Like, we can probably hopefully get that in there without making her look like she's 40 years old. That's the problem with cartoons. Like, the more lines you do on a female's face, the more they age. And it doesn't take much at all. I'm just going to round this chin. Maybe just make it a little bit smaller. Come on, Illustrator, give me a bone to work with here. Come on. Don't shut me down. Alright. So there's our chin. Yeah, we've got some likeness happening. Let's finish off the hair, I suppose. And what else? Is there anything else? Maybe the other cheek? She's got some pretty cheeky cheeks. Okay. I think we're good. We can probably move on to the coloring stage. Unless, a nostril might actually be a bit too much here, so... And also, I did that nose. The reason I did that nose, her nose is a bit upturned, as you can see in some of these images. Like, it actually turns up, and that's a really important thing to capture. Because some people's noses turn up, some people's noses turn down. Some people's noses don't do either. But in any case, it's worth looking at how the nose turns. Alrighty, I guess we're good. Let's move on to the coloring stage. I'll just grab a quick skin tone. And that should be alright. Get the whites back into the eyes. Get the whites back into the teeth. Doesn't have to be perfect, but might as well be. Bit of lipstick, I suppose. We could get away with that, because she's pretty lippy. I usually get a pretty strong red and dial it down a fair few notches, because the redder the lipstick, I mean, the color choices I make are pretty. The swatches I use, and I've given you guys on that other video before this one, the free graphic styles pack video. These colors are a bit more, what's the word? Not strong, whatever that word is. A bit dialed down. So, so if you put strong colors in with these, that strong color is really going to stand out. And in this case, if I did that with a lipstick, she'd probably look a bit like she's a man. Okay, so I'm gonna stick with this hair color. It's the closest my swatches get to red without really getting red. I could probably mix in a bit of red using the color panel, which I might do if I'm not happy with it. But for now, let's see what we can get. Real quick, the vest, black vest she's wearing in the top right image. I'll just blacken that, maybe with a, yeah, there we go. Seems to work out. I'll use that same, I'm just gonna fix up this eye, there we go. I'll use that same skin color for the shoulders, of course. And I'm pressing send to back, which the shortcut for that is, where is it? Object, arrange, send to back, shift control, left bracket. So when you draw stuff on top of other things, and you want to send them behind other things, send to back's your man. I'll do a bit of hair shading here, I think. Because her hair really isn't this bright. This is just a base. I might start with the same hair color and kind of mix some darkness into it using HSB in the color panel. I like to mix some red into things because it gives it a bit more warmth. The red is the saturation, I think, over here. I'm gonna remove the stroke because that's still kind of grey. It's not good enough. Just a couple of lines that follow the flow of the hair. Alright, thanks Illustrator for your help there. I'm going to start again, since you want to be a chump. Make sure there's all that wavy goodness going on that she's got. Okay. And then just finishing off the top. Yeah, that should be fine for now. if we wanted to take it further, we could add some highlights to the hair, but actually, what we have missed out on is probably my favourite part, which is adding the little white specular highlights. Just grab a white, chuck a circle in, usually on the nose is pretty cool. One on the lip is pretty cool too. Even two if her lip is really shiny. Maybe we could do some more shine in the eyes. Would that give it a bit more... Ah, no, whatever. Who cares? I'm gonna maybe do a little bit of shine up here, just for that plastic doll type deal. A little bit of shine down here just to accentuate the chin. I don't know, I'm probably going to get rid of it. It looks like drool, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, I think we're kind of done with this part of the drawing. If we wanted to, we could draw like a bit of shine in the hair like this. A bit of a zigzag going on, which always adds a bit of awesomeness. Could follow around the edges of some of these wiggly lines with some more white, which would also give it some pop-out shine. Always mindful of where the light source is coming from. From here, it's coming from the right. So I'll just thin down that gap on the left. Make sure there's more light coming from the right than the left. Come on, Illustrator, give me something to work with here. I'm trying my best. There we go. Okay, I guess that's Emma Stone there, and yeah, leave a comment on what you'd like to learn next, who you'd like to draw. I'm always up for suggestions. Check out explodecreative.com.au if you want to get a little caricature of your own, of your face or your friends. Pop over there. Instagram.com/giftcaricatures. Facebook.com/giftcaricatures for more stuff. And of course, please subscribe. And that'll make me feel really warm and fuzzy inside. So thank you very much, and I'll see you next time.